everyone, today we are doing our Collect It for our narrative, all about Traction Man. So the first language that we are going to collect is language to describe characters. So we are going to collect adjectives and nouns that we are going to use in our narrative to describe Traction Man. So let's have a little think about how we could describe him. He's quite a powerful hero, isn't he? So he's powerful, he's heroic. So I'm going to write down these adjectives. He's powerful. Let's say heroic. We know he's brave, but we know a higher level word for brave. We know courageous. We could say he's bold. He always seems to be looking for what might happen, so maybe he's alert. He is definitely kind and helpful, isn't he, to all the other characters? Kind, helpful. Let's have a think about his sidekick, Scrubbing Brush, as well. What is Scrubbing Brush like? So we could use the word sidekick. We could use that noun. Sidekick. We could say that he is loyal. That means he always stays close to Traction Man, ready to help him. We could say that he is trusty. That means we can trust him. He is Traction Man's companion, which is another way of saying sidekick or friend, is a higher level word for friend, companion. What else? Now, in my narrative, I've already decided that I'm going to base it on this part of the story here, where Professor Spade is attacking the dolls. So I'm going to think of some adjectives to describe Professor Spade now. He is wicked, evil. We could say that he's cunning. That means he's quite nasty, but he's clever at the same time. Cunning. We could say, I quite want to use the word notorious. Now, notorious is a higher level word for famous, but it can sometimes mean you're famous for not being good. So maybe he's a notorious villain. Notorious villain. Professor Spade. Okay, now I have language to describe characters. I need language to describe the setting. Now, the setting means the place that the story is in. And I've chosen to have my story in the garden. So I could say, what could I say about the garden? Oh, there's a huge pile of soil, isn't there? So I could say filthy, damp soil. What else I could say? There are abandoned. It looks like the bricks have just been left, don't they? So abandoned bricks. I can see, what else can I see? Let's have a little look. I can see a long and winding path. Long and winding path to a murky means a bit dirty, doesn't it? A murky, shallow pond. There might be overgrown bushes. There might be tangled twigs as well. Tangled twigs. Okay, once I've got the language to describe the setting, I need language to describe actions. So thinking about the actions that Traction Man, Scrubbing Brush and the other characters do in this narrative. So I'm going to need verbs and adverbs, aren't I? So crawling, we could have, it could be crawling. Instead of quickly, I could use the adverb swiftly. Crawling swiftly. We could have, Professor Spade could capture and bury the dolls. It looks like Traction Man rescues and saves the dolls. So bravely rescues or heroically saves them. Maybe the dolls are screaming. Maybe Traction Man can hear high pitched. That means that squeals are very loud and very high pitched squeals. Maybe, let's have a think here. Maybe the leaves could be rustling as they're crawling through. Leaves rustling. Maybe twigs could be scratching them. Twigs scratching. Okay, so in this section we want verbs and adverbs. So I've got a few adverbs here. I've got swiftly, heroically, high pitch describes how the squeals are being done. I've got a few verbs as well, a few high level verbs. I've got capture, I've got squeals, I've got rustling. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And now finally I want language to link ideas. So here is where I want my conjunctions, and I also want words to start my paragraphs as well. So I'll start with some conjunctions. I want to use and, but. So what other conjunctions do I know? Or, when, if, because. And now some ideas for starting my sentences. So maybe this happens one frosty morning when it's cold outside. Maybe it happens late one evening. That's up to you. Late one evening. How else could I start one of my paragraphs? Maybe Traction Man could spot something out of the corner of his eye. Out of the corner of his eye. Or, let's have a think, while he was, maybe Traction Man was relaxing when something happened. So while he was relaxing. Okay, that's my language to link ideas. Now it's your turn to have a think about what language you would like to use in your narrative. Remember to think about really powerful and high level adjectives, nouns, verbs and adverbs that you can use. You can use my ideas to help you if you want to, or you could come up with your own.